impressive W for Virginia. We pick up the next race live here. It's going to be the heavyweight men's 3V. This is going to be a good one again, Joe. This is the Cal Bears in lane 2. Princeton Tigers closest to the camera in lane 3.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. Princeton and Cal, these are two of the premier heavyweight men's programs in the country. 3V is a very important boat for them. Tigers were able to take the 2. Cal took the 1. Now let's see what the 3s can do. Oscar Patton, the race man in the stroke seat from Deerfield, doing an incredibly aggressive job there in the stroke seat. I know these guys love following him, is everything I hear from Tiger Town.
In the morning session, both of these crews were able to win their respective heats. Princeton was victorious over Penn, Stanford, and Columbia. And in the other event, Cal over Syracuse, Yale, and Brown. So both of these teams here, both of these boats started the day with wins. They'll both look to go undefeated, but there can only be one, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, look, it did seem like Princeton sort of got that early jump, and then Cal was able to settle back in and squeeze back up a seat or two. And so there's just not a lot to choose between these two crews right now, Keenan.
Yeah, I would call Cal with the early advantage here. Let's call it maybe a seat and a half over Princeton.
It does look like over the last 15 strokes or so, Cal was able to sort of squeeze back up and take that advantage back. So Dedick, English, Bradbury, and his boys, yep, you can see with that overhead shot, do have a couple of seats lead, but it's not a lot.
What a confusing perspective. It looks like two Princeton boats almost. You have Cal rowing in a Princeton shell with Princeton blade. So hard to tell. Obviously, we can see their unis. We know what lanes they're in. Bottom of the screen is Cal rowing in Princeton equipment. Top of the screen is Princeton 3V. It is Cal over Princeton by about a half a length at this stage of the race.
Yeah, I mean, look, it just shows you sort of the camaraderie and just that collaborative spirit that these staffs have, right? It wasn't like Princeton was like, all right, come out and race us and what you got. I mean, they know this is a tough trip to pull off for Cal, to be able to sort of get out here to the East Coast in the middle of a work week and go to work on the race course. And so, look, the fact that I just think it's so cool, the fact that Cal's out there racing in Princeton equipment just shows you the spirit of these athletes, these staffs, and these programs. Princeton and Cal have a great relationship. When Cal comes out to the IRAs on the East Coast, this is the water they train on, vice versa. You know, I've been on some staffs that have gone out to race the IRAs at Natoma, and we found ourselves in Briones. So, look, as much as there's a lot of love, there's also a lot of love for winning, and that's what Cal's doing right now. Tigers keeping their foot in the fire, though.
Of course, yep. And looking at some ratings here, California basing it at about a 35.5. It's been a little bit lower, about a beat and a half lower than Princeton. Princeton at about a 37. So Cal able to get the advantage at the lower rating, which I think will pay dividends later in this race. Cal continues to sit up. It looks like maybe 3/4 of a length, close to pushing it to a length over Princeton.
Yeah, I mean, look, Princeton's not going anywhere. I can tell you that because you know, with the speed that we've seen down the track in this morning, and just also knowing some of the cats here, some of these jungle cats in this Princeton boat, they love to race. They're really scrappy. I'm looking at Joe McCauley in the 2-seat, just a fiery competitor, and he's going to do everything he can to get these guys back in it. This, I mean, if there's ever a race where the margin here really matters, it's something like this, Princeton, Cal. Princeton's going to want to tighten this thing up as much as they can, and the Bears are going to want to continue to walk away here. So Tigers and Bears, my oh my.
My oh my indeed. It's been California thus far. Still plenty of room for Princeton to go to work, but shortening every stroke. And I think with every stroke, Cal just inching a touch. It looks like maybe a full boat length. Maybe the Tigers still have a touch of overlap, but it's tight. If you're the Cal Bears, you'll want to break open as soon as possible. If you're the Tigers, you'll want to start to gear up as quickly as possible to not let the Bears get away.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun to see. I mean, you don't see Princeton and Cal historically until the IRA, Keenan, right?
Never.
And so, you know, just credit to these coaching staffs for having the guts. I mean, Scott Princeton, Greg Hughes, as tough as they come, these guys don't shy away from competition. A lot of it is just scheduling, logistics, you know, to try to pull something like this off, which we have. And so just a real treat to see these two programs duke it out in April.
I think what Greg and Scott realize is if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And you might as well go out there and try to do it early. So getting this early season matchup on the schedule has been a priority for both of them, and they were able to do it this year. And I think it's going to pay dividends in the long run. I think, it's going to make your boat ultimately faster late season. So no matter what the result is.
Yeah, look at Oscar Patton just gunning this thing towards the line, man. Such a racer. But will it be enough? The California Bears continue to keep their bow out in front. There's some real size in that boat. Look at the big man having gold in the 4-seat from Cal. Look, they're going to take this, but these two boats are certainly right in it with each other. Strong overlap. It's Cal 1, Princeton 2 for the tiebreaker.
Yeah, great race, Joe.